This is the one.
Welcome to
Thank you for tuning in to the third annual Mad Royal Film Fest. Tonight's wonderful short films were created by up-and-coming student filmmakers at The Ohio State University.
Thank you to all the filmmakers who contributed to the film festival this year. Our submissions varied greatly in both genre and unique vision.
This year was our most competitive yet, as we saw twice as many films submitted by twice as many filmmakers when compared to our 2020 program. Our curated program tonight will be 90 minutes long with a brief intermission.
This year was challenging, to say the least. Not only did this pandemic take a toll on mental health, it also had a heavy impact on artists. We are proud and honored to showcase this diverse array of OSU student voices. Those who overcame unique challenges and not only survived, but also decided to create.
Tonight's program has been generously adjudicated by the following esteemed OSU faculty: experimental filmmaker and professor Roger Beebe of the Art Department, Professor Linda Mishaevsky of the Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies Department, filmmaker and photographer Michael Kaplan of the Theater Department, academic program coordinator Paige Piper for the OSU Film Studies and Moving Image Production programs,
Theater Department graduate student Erin Elise, filmmaker and former Film Studies program coordinator Matt Swift, Liz Roberts of the Art Department, and Dr. Erica Levin of the History of Art Department.
We thank them for their ongoing support of the OSU student arts community, from the classroom, the Zoom room, and beyond. We will announce the winners of the festival at the end of the presentation in the following categories: Best Editing, Best Performance, Best Cinematography, Best Production Design, Best Sound Design, Best Screenplay, Best Short, and Best Microfilm, which is a new award this year to recognize our shortest shorts under a minute and 30 seconds long.
There will also be an Audience Choice Award voted on by you, the audience. A Google form will be circulated at the end of the program, so be sure to take note of your favorite films.
Tonight is about celebrating student film. So please ditch movie theater etiquette, turn on your devices, and send your reactions, love, and support in the live chat. Hype up your friends! And feel free to discuss during the program.
If you'd like to know more about the films and filmmakers, feel free to follow along with our digital program available on our Twitter, Facebook, in this video's description, or under the FilmFest 2021 tab at our website, madroyalfilmsociety.com. Without further ado, please enjoy Mad Royal Film Fest 2021.
W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time want to sing with me.
started.
Actually, the video probably should have been portraits.
Hello,
So that when
my name is
people-
Dominic Fleshman, and this is Did I Hear Dare?
When I tell people the name of my band, the immediate response is usually,
Did I hear what?
it's Did I Hear Dare? No. Did I Hear Dare? In the beginning, my dad suggested that we change it because the name is too unusual or silly. Certainly, he's the expert on this matter. Back in the 90s, he formed a classic rock cover band with a bunch of other accountants at the Limited, and they called themselves the Debits, as in debits and credits. If an accounting term isn't a silly name, then this proves that the story behind the name is more important than its unwieldiness. I interviewed the guys to weigh in on this matter.
Did I Hear Dare was kind of a joke with, my good friends here.
An invitation to do something that I haven't done before.
It is a challenge.
Someone would be like, oh, Jake, I dare you to lick that.
New experiences and doing things outside of my comfort zone.
Coming together as a band, it's kind of been a phrase to push ourselves to do things that we're not comfortable with.
And it is asking a question which doesn't have a clear answer.
Is the tripod bent?
Ambiguous, I'd say. And I think that...
Has it been bent this whole time?
We are also ambiguous in a way, I think.
That's me, Jake. I was going to interview myself, but I had to do some homework for my intro to marketing class, so I decided to scrap the idea and get at it. I'm gonna play drums instead of do an interview for myself. Frankly, I struggle to pin down exactly what our name means. Perhaps you'll come to a conclusion by the end of this story. But the beginning happened somewhere long before, unexpectedly, yet inevitably. At least, that's how I remember it, anyway. Dominic Fleshman and I graduated from high school together and decided to be roommates at Ohio State with Sam. Come move-in day, we meet the charming Anthony Seliskar on the 8th floor of Morrison Tower, also known as Motown 8. Dominic and I basically became brothers over the first year, even though my actual brother, Nate, lived just a couple blocks away off campus. I grew close to Anthony too. We actually went camping together over spring break with Evan and Jacob. Hold up. That's a lot of names real quick. Let me break it down. There are lots of people over the course of this journey without whom the band wouldn't exist as it does today. I'll add to this list and keep updating as we go. Anyway, that's how we met each other. Preoccupied with our studies, Dominic, Anthony, and I never considered forming a band during those first 2 semesters. This doesn't mean we were without music. When I was little, I took piano lessons, and then got into band in grade school. I learned to play the drums after Nate's friend Nino brought over his set to jam in our basement, and he never took it home. Dominic is first and foremost a singer.
Music was always around the household. We'd go to church on Sundays. We'd sing the hymns. When I became older, I was involved in a lot of theater throughout middle school, high school, and even now in college.
I was actually in the pit orchestra for Les Miserables when he played the hero Jean Valjean. I wept every night during Bring Him Home, which he would sing directly above me. Dominic was accepted into the exclusive NYU musical theater program before deciding to go to OSU. He also plays piano in the band, but that didn't come around until later. As for Anthony...
I did not know how to play guitar a year and a half ago.
This isn't totally true. Anthony first picked up the guitar in high school and brought it to campus. Anthony's door was the closest one to the elevator, and it was always open. It was mostly an invitation to talk, but you could hear him practicing his guitar from time to time. The summer after freshman year held some key moments in the development of a band, but it was a bit of a blur, so please pardon the shorthand. Move out of Motown. It's May. I'm back home. We go on vacation. On the way home, we stop at Clate's graduation. He's my cousin. I play a couple songs with him at the graduation party. I don't know how to record music. Promise Clate I'll return to Madison, Indiana to record an album in August. It's June now. Call Anthony. Hey, let's go to Sam Ash. Admire
a sweet baby blue Mexican Fender player Stratocaster.
Buy recording equipment. Go back home to jam. Can't really jam because of child-sized red Ibanez electric guitar. Record music anyway. Developed under the unofficial name Did I Hear Dare. Open mic at Endangered Species Record Shop, Delaware, Ohio. Anthony's home. Meet Anna for the second time. If I wasn't doing this chronologically, she would be near the top of the list. Truly rare person. You'll see. And Brennan, Anthony's BFF from Delaware. They picked up the guitar together. Sweet guy, travels a lot. You'll see. Dominic was also there. Dominic and Cameron and Mitchell. The four of us go way back. Cameron did drumline with me from grades 5 to 12. And theater with Dom. Mitchell, high school friend. We're close in a couple months from now, but he's Dom's BFF since middle school. Let's check in with the list for 11.5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fantastic. Proceed. 2 weeks later, Jacob visits me. Everyone comes to see him. Practice recording. Make a 5-track album with buddies. No, you can't hear it. Artist name, Did I Hear Dare. Did I hear what? You would have thought the band started this summer, but no. Goodbye 4th of July. Very memorable for personal reasons. Summer occupations. I'm a school tech helper. Dusty computers and stuff. Dominic keeps busy with work. Leaves job though. Anthony does backbreaking labor with college hunks move junk. Not literally backbreaking, just good workout. Gym membership budget is reallocated to guitar fund. Return to Sam Ash. Trade up Red Carnival prize for
a sweet
sage green
Mexican Fender player Stratocaster.
But I wanted the blue one. Out of stock. But bro, it looks awesome on you. So cool and unique. But bro, it's August. Go to Madison, Indiana. Record music with Clate. The Ocean by Cousin Drummer. Righteous. Clate goes off to Indiana University. Even though Did I Hear Dare manifested in my iTunes library, nothing was official. Nevertheless, I learned a lot that summer. About myself, about music, and Anthony felt similarly.
Drum it.
The new Stratocaster was his license to shred. When I moved back to campus, that feeling receded. At residence on 10th, or Res for short, my drum set would be against fire code, and my practices in music recording were replaced by schoolwork. By now I hope it's apparent that I study film, but I'm also seeking a business degree in case this movie-making thing doesn't pan out.
Pan, get it?
Dominic is on a similar path.
My major is marketing and theater.
And Anthony.
I'm currently a finance major in the Fisher College of Business.
Ant didn't live with the rest of us at Res. He became an RA at Motown, but he visited frequently. Dominic and Anthony grew closer during this semester in a statistics class, though Dom is into Star Wars and theater, and Anthony likes soccer and motorcycles, so I'm not exactly sure what they would talk about.
Dominic and I were in the business 2320 stats class. One of the more prominent things I remember before, I guess, starting the band was just us talking about playing music or what we've been learning instead of studying.
I caught shreds of these conversations. As winter neared, they ignited a fuse in me which had lain dormant since the summertime.
The winter was when it kind of actually became a thing. I wanted to learn guitar seriously, and I got Dominic and Jake on board to, also learn instruments. Dom bought a keyboard off of Amazon.
I would listen to an Elton John song on loop and just start to play along with it. And then I started to understand chord structure and everything. As a vocalist, I never cared about the technicality of it. I just knew I had to sing an A at that moment, and that's what it was.
Since I couldn't bring my drum set to campus, I picked up my brother's bass guitar.
Basically, we started learning covers and playing.
And we started jamming in the P Space in Baker.
I think it's really started to become official when someone brought a chord sheet and lyrics. We all brought it to the P Space and shared it with each other, and then every Sunday, in addition to covers and different things we were learning, we just started playing our original music.
The band evolved from us trying to learn these instruments and do these things to us actually perfecting and being really passionate about these songs that we were writing and feeling that the messages and the performance were something that we wanted to pursue more.
I was told the other day that I probably shouldn't be using my phone to film things, but
here we are.
Here we are.
So right now, Jake's a film business major, a business theater major, and it's a business major. Yeah. Probably by the time you guys are watching this, we're either doing those jobs or we're doing this. So it's one or the other.
It's the second time we practiced. We decided we're going to be a band, we're going to do this thing. We're 20 and we're allowed to take risks, and yeah, so.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, I hope we make a movie and it's on Netflix one day.
Oh, that would be interesting. I don't even know if Netflix is still going to be around.
Yeah, it'll be Disney Plus.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's 2 minutes. We don't need any more. Rock on, man.
Hello, my name is Perry Socks. I'm 1 foot tall, 2 ounces, and I'm with Gold Toe Talent. Sir, if I may speak freely, the threat posed by Hussein's regime is not one to be taken lightly. And as commander-in-chief of this great nation, you ought to be...
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt, Mr.
Socks.
Socks, yes. What role are you here to audition for?
Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld. I'm reading the sides that were on the casting call, I mean.
Well, we just figured that you were reading for President Puppet, given that you're,
A what? A sock puppet? What are you getting at?
No, we wouldn't,
Oh, so just because I'm a talking sock and not a human man, I can't play twice tenured Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld, huh? Is that what you're getting at?
Sir, Donald Rumsfeld appears nowhere in this movie. I don't know where you got those sides. We're pitching this to Nickelodeon.
God! And to think I had a good feeling about this one. How foolish. Why do I continue to love this town when it refuses to love me back? Forgive me for wasting your time.
Oh, hey, how'd it go, man?
I don't want to talk about it.
You sure?
Fine, move over. I didn't get it.
Yeah, just saw the news on Twitter. I'm sorry, Pear. You would have made a great President Puppet.
Wait, they released the cast already? Whatever. You know what? I don't even care. That's not even the role that I wanted in the first place. Who'd they give it to?
Scarlett Johansson.
God! I'd be mad if she weren't such a perfect fit, you know? I could never have ScarJo's range.
Oh, hey now, don't talk like that. Look at me. Perry, don't be like that. Look at me. I've seen your acting. That OxyClean ad? ScarJo could never. She wishes she had your range.
Really? You mean it?
Yeah, I know it. She doesn't have a fifth third as much talent as you do. Fifth third. Bank with confidence. Bank fifth third. Well, what do you think?
Well, I think it's the absolute best ad I've ever seen. You boys have a deal.
All right.
I want to see the world through the eyes of a filmmaker. I want to be able to make a movie about my life, or a stranger's life, or what I think life should be. I want to make art out of everything. I want to make art my entire life, and I want it to be my entire life. Sometimes I wonder if that's right or not. Is filmmaking unhuman? Is life so good we want to watch it over and over again? Or is life so bad we need to escape from it? Is life so bad we need to romanticize it? That we need to make a musical out of it? Is life so good we want to relive it? Or is life so bad we need to lie about what it is? Is that all art is? For what, he wondered? To take away other people's stories? To intrude on their private spaces and strip them the right for anonymity? A few days ago, this trailer dropped for a film set to release in 2021. A so-called romantic thriller about the COVID virus.
Has mutated.
Beginning thermal scan. Thermal scan normal.
Because we all know the most American reaction to an epidemic is to capitalize off of it. Should it be an artist's first reaction as well? No, America, we don't have a cure, but here's your televised trauma. What right do we have to steal these people's stories? The least we could do is let people have their own trauma. What right do we have to take this? What gives me the right? Maybe I'm wrong. It's 2020. Privacy's dead. Aren't we all filmmakers now? We're all thieves in our own right. It's 2020. Alfred Hitchcock can kiss my ass. I have an iPhone I can make movies on. And that's beautiful. My 81-year-old grandmother could make a movie if she really wanted to. And so could my 13-year-old cousin. Art could and should be everywhere. We could do it. There should be a new movie coming out every day. There should be a new streaming service every time you turn around. Or is it not beautiful? Has accessibility ruined filmmaking? Is that what they're saying? Sounds a little classist to me. I want my life to be narrated through a voiceover. I want an audience to boo at me when I make the wrong decision. I want there to be rolling titles when I fall asleep at night. I want to see the world through the eyes of a filmmaker.
He said, I love you on the plane, I said, I love you too. He said, everything's different now, everything has changed. Always on the plane, always something new. I said, nothing's new, nothing's changed, I still need you.
Is it normal to be confused about your own gender? What terms would you use to describe me? Maybe you'd use gendered terms such as feminine, or maybe you would say I am a woman.
C'est que pour les femmes, ce qu'il y a à atteindre, c'est une émancipation totale, radicale, qui fasse d'elles réellement les égales des hommes à part entière.
Simone de Beauvoir says that one is not born a woman, but rather one becomes. When did I become a woman? To be honest, I don't even know how to identify myself. I don't feel at all like a man. But I don't feel 100% woman either. I feel like, kind of like half woman. Like not all the way there.
Never say what I need when I need to. Never say what I need when I need to. I'ma get the weed when I read up. I'ma hit the weed, I'ma hit the bud.
I'd hate hearing that I can't have the capacity for reason or logic just because I was born with the vagina. Like, what the fuck?
I might go and throw my phone into the lake, yeah.
Content warning. Violent imagery.
Greek language. Muskogi Obunaga. Sentences. My blood is red. Chachada Chadi Os. Chachada Chadi Os. Your blood is red. Chijada Chadi Os. Chijada Chadi Os. Our blood is red. Hojada Chadi Os. Hojada Chadi Os. Everybody's blood is red. Este-Omarga Chada Chadi Os. Este-Omarga Chada Chadi Os. I bleed red blood. Anjadan Chajadit Os. Anjadan Chajadit Os.
Hobjudage imigo sapka. Nozahanet endakket wakayo migo sabaya. Hisagena mesi amboy fikta amajayi jachas. Achahonichi gomongin jalibat. Migo sabaya hisagena mesi amboy fikta sayibachas. These are the simple sentences using the words. The child sees. Este-Cate Hegis. Este-Cate Hegis. The child is seeing. Este-Cate higit os. Este-Cate higit os. I bleed red blood. Anjadan Judith os.
There's only one left. We crushed it. You guys want some ice cream?
How's it going?
I haven't been feeling any better.
What symptoms? Headache or pain of any kind?
My vision keeps blurring, and yeah, I have pain everywhere.
Well, I see your test results come back, and I want to discuss them with you.
Yeah, what is it?
What do you want first? The good news or the bad news?
Whatever, just tell me what's up.
Well, the good news is that you still have time.
What do you mean? Why do you say that?
The test results, let's just say, weren't great. The MRI shows some serious nerve damage, and the chest X-ray shows a lot of blockage to your right main stem.
Okay, so what does that mean for me?
If you could have one meal to eat, what would it be?
I don't see why that matters.
Answer the question.
I mean, I eat Wendy's a lot.
Just make sure you eat Wendy's on the way home tonight.
Why are you acting so strange?
I'm not. Who do you live with?
No one. It's just me and my dog.
Oh, what's his name?
Milo.
That's nice. Make sure he eats well tonight.
What? Stop being so creepy.
What do you do in your free time?
Not much. I read a lot of books. I watch a lot of TV.
And
that's about it.
Do you have any friends or family you could hang out with?
Well, no. I haven't seen my family in years, and I can't remember the last time I hung out with them. But why are you asking me all this?
Your vitamin D seems low. Make sure you're taking those gummy vitamins I prescribed last month.
I have been taking them. Like you asked.
Good, good. Well, I suggest you get lots of rest tonight.
Can you just tell me what is wrong with my body?
Please don't get upset.
Tell me!
You only have 1 day left to live.
What?
20 hours until your lungs shut down and the rest of your organs will follow.
What?
You only have 1 day
I
left.
heard you the first time.
There's no reason to panic.
I only have 1 day left. And you're going to act like this isn't all your fault?
You signed the contract.
You did this to me.
Calm down. Just make sure you spend lots of time with the people you love. Make sure you spend lots of time with the people you love while you still have time.
I knew this would happen. You told me these experiments were safe and nothing bad would happen.
I also told you of the risks.
I'm gonna die and it's because of you.
Sir, please, I understand you're upset. But we assured you of the risks associated with these experiments. The data we got is gonna help so many patients in the
What's
future.
gonna happen to all of my stuff?
Do the right thing. Donate what you can. Churches are always accepting.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Hey, are you alright?
Yeah, sorry, I just... It's fine.
What I was just saying is you need to put everything in order. You need to have other people in charge of your stuff.
I need to return my books.
Huh?
My library books.
But what about, like, your house and your car and all your stuff? You don't have a lot of time and you need to start contacting people.
I don't have anyone.
Come on, there's gotta be someone.
No, I've spent so many years pushing people away. And now look at me.
What about your parents? Are they still around?
I haven't seen my dad in years. And my mom, she was the last one that believed in me. She always fought for me until the end.
Make sure you get all this stuff done, because this time tomorrow, you won't be able to do much.
Is it gonna hurt?
What?
Dying.
No, you may not even know what happened. When you get to your final destination, everybody will be there with you. I'm sorry it has to be like this. Again, thanks for experimenting with us. The data we collected will impact so many patients in the future.
At least I still have time. I need to go.
Be safe. I hope I see you soon.
Thank you.
Mom?
So this is love. So this is love. So this is what makes life divine. I'm all aglow, and now I know. The key to our heaven is mine. My heart has wings, and I can fly. I'll touch every star in the sky. So this is the miracle that I've been dreaming of. So this is love.
Content warning. Quick flashing lights. Light sensitive and epileptic viewers should be advised.
Where are we going, Jessica?
To Disney. Have you ever seen anything so wonderful in your entire life?
Well, some people use their imagination.
On a real, like...
Someday my pencil cup. Wish I could go to the ball. Step into the magic.
Oh, come on, grow up.
Initialize. Who am I? I forgot. Where am I going?
Traveling forward.
Isn't that odd? I'll just go. Which makes you think, makes you look at yourself differently.
Don't you realize
All those lives. Don't you realize?
Time isn't the problem.
God, it's so sad.
Maybe if I knew what was coming, I'd be able to handle it better.
We worry so much. Sometimes it feels like that's all we do. Please, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. In the end, it just gets... All of it just... just gets washed away.
Just like that. I think about that all the time. I am here. Then I am. Knowing that at any time I could disappear from this known moment should free me. But I can't seem to, I am. I am afraid that I have wasted so much. I am afraid I will never be okay with being here. I am scared I will never find my way to me.
Don't be like, I understand.
I won't reach my potential. I am afraid this was all an accident.
I just can't get over the fact that one minute I'm here and the next time not.
Again, I have been lost for a long time, but I can't be alone though, because...
We've got a chance. Don't you realize? The next time we see Sky, it'll be over another town. It's our time. It's our time down here. That's all over the second we...
Just like that.
We will now take a 5-minute break to promote other organizations within the OSU Student Arts Department.
Hi there, we're the Video Essay Club, an OSU student org that brings together students to appreciate and discuss this genre of digital media. Video essays are applicable to a wide range of subjects, and their capacity for visual spatial trajectories and oral commentary have much to offer for students of any discipline. We hold regular discussions, seminars, workshops, and feedback sessions, so no matter your experience with video production, we're here to help. If you're interested in learning more about us, or video essays in general, contact us at videoessayclubosu@gmail.com or visit go.osu.edu/videoessayclub. Thanks, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Dear listener, we implore you to always question truth.
I'd murder my wife. I'd murder my wife. I'd murder my wife. I'd murder my wife.
No matter what anybody tries to tell you.
Right? It started off fun. It was a good story.
As people, we're inclined to search for closure. But the story is far from
Your little
finished.
investigation has gone way too far. Stay away from my kid! This whole thing is just fucked up. It's our bathroom. Don't you see you're actually starting to hurt people? Okay, real people, criminal evidence.
Question everything.
I was beautiful. You are an idiot. Murder my wife. I'd 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 murder my wife. I knew what happiness was.
And now, back to our program. Content warning. Discussion of eating disorders.
I used to have nightmares about my calculator. It taught me all about numbers, especially the ones on the scale. Food turned into calories, then into nothing. I felt like I was drowning. I felt like I was dying. But recovery is a beautiful thing. I look at myself differently now, and I threw the scale away. I stitched myself up, and now I can finally sleep.
you doing over there? Yeah, this is probably 20 years old. When it first came out, it was like $200. And I wrote some guy posted a picture and I said, I'll trade you my firstborn for that. And he sent me a piece of paper. I thought this was good today. Instead of cutting to the flower, you're going to be an ink truck. You missed that flower. You never even see it. It's so short.
Would you rather want your plants to be big, like in like this one, like all these ones, or just have like one really good one?
It's a tough call. Because they're plants that don't particularly thrill me, but I keep them because of that reason. Because they're just so unbelievable. The number of flowers they get.
This one? How about this one?
What flower that I say I was getting rid of? It's like a challenge, like it's fighting for its survival, so it's got to put on a show. So you think I'm going to keep you just because of today?
Your kids competing. Your kids are competing.
Hurry up. Best pictures are in the shade. What do you like? Which one do you like, eh? Oh, mine.
What are you doing?
Getting rid of plants.
Nice. How do you have them organized?
That's where they are.
Where else is it?
We were talking about tree. Where it came from. Here's the stuff. Knock your socks off, so I'll put it. Have a good yellow. Okay. So they park back up.
So weird.
How nice this part of the yard has come out since I renovated. keep saying I'm going to get rid of. But it's so many blues.
Yeah.
Next stop, Jefferson Square.
Why did you not talk to her again?
Next stop, Center Station.
She doesn't want to talk to me. She just waved to be polite.
Loser.
Next stop, Forest Heights.
I mean, she's so beautiful and confident, and I'm
Next stop, Bluefield.
gonna miss my stop if I keep this up. Wait! You dropped this.
Thanks. That's a little embarrassing.
No, I get it. I mean, I've wanted to talk to you for weeks.
Me too. I'm Jess. You?
Chelsea.
So, Chelsea, where are you off to? Would you like to grab a coffee or something?
Yeah, I'd like that.
It's America's favorite baking program featuring the darling Dolly Newman. That's right, folks. You're tuning in to Dolly's Kitchen.
Welcome back to Dolly's Kitchen. I do hope you enjoyed the trifle from last week, and remember, not to let anyone trifle with you in the meantime. Today we'll be making something quite a bit different. It is a brioche tart, popular in both Quebec and Belgium, called tarte au sucre. It has a lovely buttery and sugary taste, perfect if you have any children or husbands with a sweet tooth. Now, this dough requires quite a bit of resting, so it's a perfect bake if you have other household duties to attend to, or if you would like to focus on cooking something else that day as well. I have all of the ingredients right here. You will need 100 grams of all-purpose flour, 40 grams of sugar, 50 grams of butter cubed, 1 teaspoon of salt, stand mixer that you will be using. It is important that you chill all of your ingredients before you begin, preferably 1 hour in the refrigerator. What you will then do is you will take your stand mixer and you will add the yeast, flour, salt, sugar, and eggs in that exact order. You will beat them with your mixer until it is an elastic dough, and then you will add your butter, 1 cube at a time. You will do so until it forms. slap it in. Now you will use your fingers to press it all the way to the edges of this tin. So I'm doing that right now. Now, when you're all done, it should look like this. What you will do again is take that tea towel from earlier, put that on top, and then leave it to rest once again at room temperature. I'm going to go bring this to the back and I will return. Now your dough has proofed. It should have risen quite a bit and filled the edges. If the edges aren't filled anymore, just push it back and make sure that you leave a nice indent in the center for your filling to go. Next, find your favorite fork and prick the inside until you get good coverage, like so. You'll notice that I have a new spread of ingredients. We have 60 grams brown sugar, 60 grams butter, cubed, 1 egg yolk, 30 grams heavy whipping cream. We will not mix these all together at once. In fact, we shall start with the brown sugar. You want to cover it evenly, but it doesn't need to be perfect. So just take that and sprinkle it on top. And then just pat that down and make sure you still got that indent in there. Very good. Finally, the butter. Now you'll want to place the cubes equal length apart because you don't want too much butter in one place. And just add them in there. But don't let them get away. Perfect. It should look something like this. And there you have it, your complete tartare soup. And be careful not to touch the tin until that is cool too. But here you are. It appears we have a visitor. All right, I'm going to go see who it is. Hello?
Sometimes my skin does not seem to be my own. I am here, yes. I can feel the air when I bump into things I bruise, but it cannot be my skin. When I feel like this, I light a candle. I breathe, and I do a tarot reading. I will the feeling that something is not quite right away until it fades and I am where I should be again. We are born into the world as human beings, each and every one of us. We feel and move and think. We make goals. We are complete people that exist in relation to ourselves first and foremost. we aspire to live good lives as good people. But over and over, this does not happen for so many, namely women. And I have to ask, why?
Content warning. Portrayal of suicidal ideation.
How do you catch a rare rabbit?
I don't know how.
You sneak up on it?
Hey, Stefan, you got something in the mail? See ya. See you, man.
Be back soon, okay? Bye.
Nice, pumpkin.
Dad?
Day in the life of a blue-collar small business owner.
Perfect. You're a natural. Okay, could you start out with saying what the thing you always say to me?
You know, if you do what you love, you never go to work a day in your life, and that's the truth. I've been blessed where I've been able to do what I want, and it hasn't been easy. It hasn't always been easy, but I've been blessed. I've been able to make a decent living at what I love to do, and I still love to do it, and I'm 72 years old. I actually own an auto body repair shop. I found it very interesting doing auto body repair work, and it's not just the day-to-day grind stuff. Years ago when I started out, we used to do a lot of custom stuff, a lot of building cars. Like I would see a picture of a car. I'd say, I have to have that. So I would start going around to swap meets. I built a 1927 Ford Lowboy Roadster that was burgundy and chrome, and it was all chrome. And it was a lot of fun. I had a great time with that car. but built coupes and sedans, very artistic, very, you know, kind of known for that. It was a lot of fun. I haven't built a car in, got about 40 years, 35 years. You have to finance, you know, life by working on other people's cars, but it's, you know, it's a lot of fun to build cars, to see something you like and put it back together and put it together, and that's a lot of fun. But anyway, that's what I do for a living. We have a very nice, successful business in Westlake, real well known, and it's because of the people that work with us. Diana and I kind of run the business, and then we have other people that now they work with us. But I still do work. Yeah, just rust and collisions. So that's what we do for a living. But yeah, it's a real blessing that I've been able to do this my entire life.
I loved shooting this footage. Under my grandpa's definition, it wouldn't be classified as work. The stakes were low, and the company was familiar. I got to spend time with my grandpa and my mom. I felt like a kid following around his grandpa at work. Well, I was.
There's 7.
I find my grandpa to be very inspiring. I want to be like him when I grow up.
Also a rear step replacement.
Okay. Good. Always building cars, always building 2, 3, 4 cars a year. I put this one together for your mother several times. It's a Mustang convertible, a 72 Mustang convertible. The grandma had it when we got together. And it's loaded, it has every option on it. It's an air-conditioned convertible with a 351 Cleveland. I have it in the shop now. We just finished it up. Just finished painting it and putting it together, and yesterday I was in here putting door handles in it. So it's on its way. Everything is there to rebuild it.
I had heard stories about his passion project throughout my childhood.
And I just painted that, I think, on New Year's or New Year's Eve or sometime around there, and putting it back together and totally restoring it. It's very, very, very pretty, very, very sharp, and it's not the shop.
Getting to shoot his Mustang was especially exciting. It seemed like the epitome of his philosophy. I found myself projecting onto it, the car becoming a parallel symbol of my mind of what working on the project was for me. Fortunately, like the car, this project wasn't finished yet.
I was laughing with Grandma yesterday. I said, God, I'm putting the door handles in the car, and the first door handle took me like 2.5 hours. I put it in, it's not right, and it's not, oh my God, I forgot to put the gasket underneath it. So I had to take it all apart again, and oh, it's horrible. So the first one took me about 2.5 hours, and I did the passenger side first, in case I screwed it up. So, and then it took me like an hour to do the driver's side, so it was much more productive. So, yeah, it's just, from this point on, it's just plugging away.
I did not love editing this project. It was work. The truth is, I was hoping to make this project as an affirmation that this is what I love to do. I was hoping that I could find the answer for my grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess if you could, obviously that's a lot of your own, whatever you found what works for you, and like, I guess what advice would you have for people trying to find what they love? Like,
yeah.
What advice for like, when did you know that this was the thing? Do you have like a specific moment or a specific feeling you could describe? Or like,
I truly loved painting. I loved the creative process. I loved the repairing the cars. There's been times when you do the old cars. I used to get a hoot out of doing the old cars, where you couldn't buy a part. You had to make a part. You had to make I made a rear fender for a Cougar. It was like a 67 Cougar. And it was all smashed up, and we couldn't buy a part for it, so I bought a hunk of sheet metal, like the stuff we put in the floor of that truck, and I hammered and dollied and made a quarter panel for it. And that was just very creative, the engineering aspect of it was a lot of fun. this is, within the last few years, this is just body work. But it's fun. It's if I didn't have the customers, this would be a job. It would turn into a job then. But the teasing around with the customers and the relationship I have with your mom and grandma and the work over here, and it's been just such a wonderful blessing over here. And like I said, the people are they're great. Yeah, I think you got to follow your dream. If you want to play bass guitar, then play bass guitar and do it the best you can. And that's the only thing I did. There was times I had 7, 10 cars in the Autorama, the car show back in the 60s and 70s. And you kind of build up a reputation. People seek you out. And if you want to be a bass player, then be a bass player and be the best. Like Martin Luther King says, if you're going to be a garbage man, you be the best garbage man there is. So whatever job you have, you do the best you can. And that's all I've done my whole life. And that's it, and I've truly been blessed. Yeah, you gotta treat people the way you want to be treated, and you just try to be the best you possibly can. And if you're gonna do films, you may not make any money for the first 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but then it's gonna hit, and then you're gonna be. Here's the flamed one. And it's tough to see.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, but it was this great big lead sled, and we flamed it, and it was kind of like fun to flame it.
Yeah. Perfect, thank you.
Yeah. And this is just, my God, a small portion. Like all the pictures are gone of all the cars. And these are just the crap ones. Not the crap ones, but these weren't the best pictures. So.
Cool. Thank you.
What does love mean to me?
Well, I tried to answer
That's a really hard question.
Good question, like here you go.
It just means that whatever happens, you always care for the other person. And it doesn't have to be like a relationship, but like just a person you can trust and they'll always care for you.
Love to me is the same feeling I get when I stick my hand out of the car window while I'm driving.
Это воздух, наполненный кислородом.
It feels like when your heart glows so much that you can't contain it in your chest.
Comfortable.
Unconditional.
Patience.
Это свет, который наполняет каждую клеточку тела.
Это как метаморфоз души из гусеницы в бабочку.
Я считаю, что если с человеком вместе живешь 40 лет, и тебя он не раздражает, это любовь.
Любовь — такое чувство, которое нельзя пощупать, нельзя потрогать.
Loyalty.
Passion.
Calm.
Friendship.
Sacrifice.
Giving.
Contentment.
Closeness.
Поддержка.
Подарок.
We met at a college party.
I met Anna at a party in honor of my friend.
My girlfriend, I met her in a party of common friends.
I thought she was kind of cute.
And the next Monday it was raining and she walked me back to my dorm.
На улице был дождь.
We met on a rafting trip.
Through a friend.
Through a mutual friend.
Mutual friend.
Our friends.
A mutual boss of ours.
And our eyes met, and I fell in love with his eyes before I even saw him.
I was 20 minutes ahead of my friend who worked at the restaurant, and I asked Ina out 20 minutes before he did.
He mustered up the courage to give me a call that night.
Он мне позвонил.
И начали писать письма.
We wrote letters back and forth.
Everybody seemed to know that we were meant for each other. Everybody except me. I was the last person to figure out, but boy, was he the right guy for me.
We decided to get married only after dating for 4 days.
She was essentially my senior crush for a while.
He kind of snuck in.
We met in Las Vegas.
И тут за доску села одна миловидная девочка.
Мы познакомились с моей будущей женой в 1 классе средней школы.
Встретились мы в Москве, в квартире моей двоюродной тети.
Мы долго очень гуляли, была зима, снегу было по колено. Он меня как-то страшно веселил.
И возникла connection.
Наши взгляды встретились, и это была любовь с первого взгляда.
But most importantly, love is not about one thing, it's about the person itself. You love who you love because who they are, and not because they are rich or strong. You need a lot of variables to love somebody.
Every single film brought something unique to our program tonight. We want to thank every filmmaker, student org, Mad Royal member, and faculty judge who made this event possible. We are now circulating the Audience Choice Google form in the live chat. Please make your voice heard, but only vote once. Submit your vote in the next 15 minutes, and the winner will be announced on our social media shortly after. Without further ado, here are the awards voted on by OSU film faculty. Presenting the nominees for Best Editing is Jeremy Schwoko, president of Mad Royal for the past 2 years and winner of Best Editing at last year's Film Fest.
The nominees are Five of Cups Upright Reversed by Jackie Brady, Like a Kid Again by Veronica Cook, Love by Maya Naiman,
That you can't contain it in your chest.
Comfortable.
Unconditional.
Patience.
Did I Hear What? By Jake Metzger,
Pan, get it?
Dominic is on a similar path.
My major is marketing.
Disillusioned by Jessica Sunderhaft,
Wonderful in your entire life.
Este-Cate by Arvcúken Noquisi, and Just Like That by Bryan Houlihan-Johnson. And the winners are Disillusioned by Jessica Sunderhaft,
Well, some people use their imagination.
On a real
Sadie, my pencil cup. I could go to the bar.
and Did I Hear What? By Jake Metzger.
It's Did I Hear Dare? No. Did I Hear Dare?
And now, presenting the nominees for Best Performance, Nick Wagner, treasurer of Mad Royal for the last 2 years and winner of Best Performance at last year's Fest.
The nominees are Will Thompson in President Puppet.
This one. How foolish. Why do I continue to love this town when it refuses to love me back?
The entire cast from Only One Left. Will O'Neill in Bounce. Emily Miller in Undertow.
I do hope you enjoyed the trifle from last week, and remember, not to let anyone trifle with you in the meantime.
Chrissy Schultes in Home. And Isaac Lieber in Terminal Decline.
I haven't seen my family in years, and I can't remember the last time I hung out with it. But why are you asking me all this?
And the winner is the entire cast of Only One Left. Next, presenting the nominees for Best Cinematography is Bryan Houlihan-Johnson, head of production for Mad Royal for the past 2 years and winner of Best Cinematography at our 2020 Film Fest.
The nominees are Rob's Daylilies by Michaela Eckenrod, Through the Eyes of a Filmmaker by Mary Wheeler, Bounce by Will and David O'Neill, Waves by Celia Andrews, My Grandpa's a Painter by Jeremy Schwoko. Este-Cate by Arvcúken Noquisi. Only One Left by Gibson Davis. Like a Kid Again by Veronica Cook. And the winner is My Grandpa's a Painter by Jeremy Schwoko.
And it's not just the day-to-day grind stuff. Years ago when I started out, we used to do a lot of custom stuff, a lot of building cars. Like I would see a picture of a car. I'd say, I have to have that. So I would start going around to swap meets.
Presenting the nominees for Best Production Design is Emmy Pasquale, Outreach Coordinator for Mad Royal for the past 2 years and nominee for Best Art Direction last year.
The nominees for Production Design are Love by Maya Naiman, Undertow by Emily Miller, Waves by Celia Andrews, Descent by Bilal Khan, Este-Cate by Arvcúken Noquisi. And the winners are Love by Maya Naiman.
My girlfriend, I met her in a party of common friends.
I thought she was kind of cute.
And the next Monday it was raining and she walked me back to my dorm.
And Waves by Celia Andrews. Presenting the nominees for Best Sound Design is Head of Sound Direction for Mad Royal for the past 2 years and graduating MIP student Dalton Gannell.
The nominees are Este-Cate by Arvcúken Noquisi.
Our blood is red.
Like a Kid Again by Veronica Cook. Five of Cups Upright Reversed by Jackie Brady. Only One Left by Gibson Davis. Love by Maya Naiman.
Loyalty,
Passion,
calm,
friendship,
sacrifice,
giving,
contentment,
Closeness.
Поддержка. Подарок.
Descent by Bilal Khan. And Did I Hear What by Jake Metzger.
Recording. Make a 5-track album with buddies.
No, you can't hear it.
Artist name, Did I Hear Dare? Did I Hear What?
And the winner is Like a Kid Again by Veronica Cook. Now presenting the nominees for Best Screenplay is Michaela Eckenrod, Secretary and Head of Screenwriting for Mad Royal for the past 2 years.
The nominees for Best Screenplay are Next Up by Kayla Lehman.
Next stop, Forest Heights.
I mean, she's so beautiful and confident, and I'm...
President Puppet by 8th Floor Improv.
Sorry, Pear. You would have made a great President Puppet.
Wait, they released the cast already? Whatever.
Bounce by Will and David O'Neill. What is a Woman by Laura Duplessis.
Does not seem to be my own. I am here, yes. I can feel the air when I bump into things I bruise.
Home by Stefan Schultes. Like a Kid Again by Veronica Cook. My Grandpa is a Painter by Jeremy Schwoko.
I want to be like him when I grow up.
Also rear step replacement. Okay.
The Calculator by Marcy Paredes. So this is Love by Jesse Lung.
So this is...
And Terminal Decline by Isaac Lieber, Jake Ressler, and Chad Ressler. And the winner is The Calculator by Marcy Paredes.
I look at myself differently now, and I threw the scale away. I stitched myself up, and now I can finally sleep.
Presenting the nominees for Best Microfilm is Maya Naiman, future Vice President of Mad Royal.
The nominees are Text by Sari Applefeld, Cold Brew by Sarah Dooling, The Calculator by Marcy Paredes, Hand by Emma Dixon, Only One Left by Gibson Davis, and the winner is The Calculator by Marcy Paredes.
Then into nothing. I felt like I was drowning. I felt like I was dying. But recovery is a beautiful thing.
And now, presenting Best Short Film, adjudicator Liz Roberts.
The nominees for Best Short are Just Like That by Bryan Houlihan-Johnson,
It'll be over another town. It's our time. It's our time down here.
Este-Cate by Arvcúken, Noquisi,
My blood is red. Chachadat Sadie Os.
5 of Cups Upright Reversed by Jackie Brady, Did I Hear What by Jake Metzger,
It's Did I Hear Dare? No. Did I Hear Dare?
The Calculator by Marcy Paredes,
I look at myself differently now.
Through the Eyes of a Filmmaker by Mary Wheeler,
Or a stranger's life. Or what I think life should be.
Home by Stefan Schultes, Like a Kid Again by Veronica Cook, and the winner is Este-Cate by Arvcúken Noquisi.
Istajit hijit os. I bleed red blood. Anjadan chajadit os.
Congratulations to all of the award-winning filmmakers.
This has been an especially challenging year for students, so we want to thank everyone involved in the making of this program.
From those who submitted shorts to those who planned the fest, thank you so much for your incredible effort.
Once again, from all of us here at Mad Royal, to everyone at home watching, and everyone who made this night possible.
Thank you.